Telegraph. Attention. Port. March. Forward. March.
Okay, I will now call the meeting to order. Today is May the 5th, 2026. Commissioner Daniel is excused from today's meeting. The rules of decorum shall be strictly observed during the hearing. Copies of the rules can be found in the back of the room. Are there any deletions or changes to the agenda?
We have no changes to the agenda.
Thank you. Now I will read the proclamation today for National Correctional Officers Week. Mesa County Proclamation for National Corrections Officers Week 2026. To recognize National Correction Officers Week 2026 and to honor the brave men and women who work in our Mesa County Sheriff's Office Detention Facility. Correctional officers who work in our county jail are currently responsible for the safety, containment, and control of 450 inmates a day in Mesa County. Whereas correctional officers are trained law enforcement professionals dedicated to maintaining secure correctional facilities and ensuring public safety, and are responsible for the custody, care, and reform of thousands of offenders every year, as well as the maintenance and safe and secure facilities. And whereas correctional employees work in every demanding and stressful conditions, face many challenges, and put their lives at risk every day, and rise to meet any challenge and serve this honorable profession nobly and admirably. And whereas correctional officers and employees deserve recognition for their service and should be commended by leaders in this profession, the public and our elected officials for the tremendous job they do and for the exceptional performance of duties under the most difficult of circumstances. Whereas to date, there have been more than 700 correctional officers who have been killed in the line of duty in the United States, with 5 line of duty deaths in 2025. In Mesa County Sheriff's Deputy Edward Ennis was killed on September 27th, 1906 during an inmate jail escape. The names of these dedicated public servants are engraved on the walls of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C. Whereas for the first full week of May every year is designated Correctional Officers Week from President Ronald Reagan, signed Public Law 999-611 on May 4th, 1987, and issued a proclamation designating such. Therefore, it will be resolved that the Mesa County Commissioners formally declare May 3rd through the 9th, 2026 as Correctional Officers Week in Mesa County, Colorado, and publicly salute the service and the determination of deputies in our community and committees communities across the nation. And at this time, I'll ask Sheriff Rawl to come up and give us a presentation this morning. Sheriff, morning.
Good morning, Sheriff Todd Rowell. I want to start off first by saying thank you to the board. You guys have always been so supportive of our office and our detention facility. And I also want to thank the community. We're blessed to live in a community that always shows their support to law enforcement and to correction officers. And we try not to divide those two in our organization. We really do. Next week, we're going to celebrate Police Week nationally. They're split. At the sheriff's office, we're all one. We celebrate a couple things this week. First off, we remember Edward Ennis, 120 years ago. He was killed in the line of duty working in our detention facility. He was the son of the first sheriff of Mesa County as well. A lot of people don't know that. And more importantly to us, we recognize the work of our detention employees. It is, without a doubt, the hardest job in law enforcement. Patrol deputies spend anywhere to from 15 minutes to maybe an hour and a half with an inmate before they're booked into jail. Detention deputies might spend 2 years with that same deputy or with that same inmate. And the people in our detention facility, some of them are great people. All of them are going through their hardest times in life, and it creates a whole lot of challenges. It's not the position that gets the glory in law enforcement. Typically, the only time you hear about a detention deputy is when something bad happens. It's unfortunate. The work they do back there is absolutely amazing, specifically in Mesa County. We have become the role model for jails throughout the entire state, with the Jail Standards Commission leading off with us. Our division chief is the chair of that committee, and we're the example to the rest of the state, and that's based upon the detention employees back there and the amazing work they do and the reputation they've created throughout the state. So thank you very much for recognizing us and presenting this proclamation.
Thank you. Do you have any comments?
Thank you, Sheriff Rowell. And you said it best. If the detention facility's operating perfectly, nobody knows about it. And that's what we expect. But the second there's a tiny little misstep, that's when we hear about it. So today's our opportunity to say thank you to all of our detention facility employees and deputies. Just so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all you guys do. It's work I don't want to do, and it's work that you guys are doing, and we're incredibly grateful for it.
Yeah, and I echo the same sentiment. I really appreciate the work that the men and women are doing behind the scenes, the backbone of the sheriff and law enforcement here in Mesa County. Had the privilege of going to high school with Steve Farlow. That dates me, but he spent a number of years with the jail detention and did an amazing job. And I know you're continuing that legacy, so thank you.